holidays approach, we thought it might be a good time to talk about credit card debt and the worst case scenario. And attorney John Mastriani helps clients who are struggling to pay off their debt. He joins me now to talk more about this. And good morning to you, John. We appreciate you coming in.
Good morning,
Explain when clients face real legal trouble. When does it get to the point that the credit card company is going to sue someone?
Well, credit card companies actually aren't very festive this holiday season. I've gotten a proliferation of lawsuits recently, and the majority of the suits is a result of the credit card companies, I believe, not actually working with the people. They are insisting on 100% of the money up front, or they're insisting on the immediate payment plan. They don't give them the opportunity to even attempt to work something out.
And you can get sued by either the credit card company or the debt buyer, the company that has bought the debt, your debt from the credit card company. And when you get served that lawsuit, do you have to have thousands of dollars in debt to the credit card company, or can it just be a few $100s?
I've seen lawsuits most recently for as little as $900.
And people, after they get served that lawsuit, they don't know what to do, so they call the court. And what does the court usually tell them? Well,
the court is not allowed to give legal advice. That's why we strongly recommend that they hire an attorney. What the court will tell them is they have a certain amount of time to answer the lawsuit to avoid a default.
And how much time do they usually have?
It depends on the court, whether it's a justice court or it's a civil court, county, usually between 10 and 20 days after the service of process.
And if the person doesn't respond, that's kind of a check mark in the credit card company's box, isn't it? I mean, that's a point towards them in winning this legal battle, is it not?
Right. They take a default judgment that way. But unfortunately, even if the people do respond by themselves without a lawyer, they don't understand exactly how to respond. The credit card companies will send you instruments along with the lawsuits, which are like requests for admissions or interrogatories and requests for production. So even if you've timely answered the lawsuit, if you do not know how to properly answer the instruments within the lawsuit, even though you've made an appearance, in essence, they'll still get a judgment on you basically by default for your failure to properly answer their questions.
Wow, okay, that's interesting. And then as we continue along the road, the anatomy of a credit card lawsuit, fourth in the process is a motion for summary judgment. What does this mean?
Well, a motion for summary judgment is when the credit card company tries to win based upon the paperwork. Sometimes they'll utilize the discovery instruments if they weren't properly answered, but even if the discovery instruments that are served along with the lawsuit are properly answered, the individuals usually do not have the expertise to know how to contradict and fight the evidence in the summary judgment motion.
And when we were talking over the phone, some of the steps that you explained to me how this thing works, I hadn't heard of these things because I don't have a legal background. So you tell people that before the trial even starts, if you get in deep with the credit card companies, consult an attorney.
I think before the lawsuit starts,
right,
you should consult an attorney and make sure that you're actually gotten your rights vindicated and properly enforced.
What type of advice can an attorney give you?
Well, they can give you, obviously, the legal advice and things you need with respect to how to defend the lawsuit. But what's interesting is some of the clients will tell me how much money they're offered with respect to settlement. But yet when we call and try and work it out, it's always significantly lower, and it's always for a longer amount of time to get them settled.
So many times the attorney can help you get deals because they know the right people to talk to within the credit card companies, get you deals that you couldn't get on your own.
That is well as the credit card company knows that an attorney can make it more difficult for them to win and not get these default remedies that they try and use on the people.
Okay, great. Great information. Thanks, John. We appreciate it. And you'll find a link to John's website on myfoxhouston.com.